Hi, it's Kylie No E. Welcome to my channel. And this is a consistency yap video. I know what you're thinking. Consistency yap? That means we're going to talk about being consistent on social media or in life. No, that's not what we're talking about. Look, I'm not going to hold you. Didn't want to film. Didn't want to film, didn't want to edit, didn't want to put out a video. But I said if I was going to do YouTube, I was going to be consistent because literally if it's one platform you cannot cheat, it's YouTube. And I've been being consistent, at least for the last 5 weeks. You know, I've did an upload every week, every Monday. You got a new video from me. If you haven't seen my videos, go take a look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I feel like that's standard. Like if you have to say that, right? Anyways, clearly I wasn't going to film what I was supposed to film because I didn't feel like filming. So I said, okay, we're going to negotiate with myself. Little ADHD trick. Because I don't feel like recording, but you know what I always feel like doing? Talking. I can always talk. I could talk you down. We're going to just do a yapping video. I'm going to do a video with just whatever comes to my mind. Here we are. That's what we're doing. Is it dark to y'all? It's dark to me. Hold on. Let's turn on some. All right. There we go. That's better. You can see me. And it's been on my mind for a minute. Y'all are way too consumed. Let me not say y'all. That sounds accusatory of the people watching me right now. People. We're going to say people. People are way too concerned with their appearance online, on Instagram, on social media, and not what they look like in real life. And what I'm specifically talking about, the surgeries, the facial balancing, the fillers, the wigs, guys, it only looks good online. It only looks good after you put that photo, that video through a few rounds of them editing apps. And you got to put it on 3, on 4, on Facetune, or on the Face app for it to even look good. We are looking crazy in the club when the lights turn on. This, we have to do something about this. It's too much. It's too much. The amount of young women that I've seen in this last couple of weeks alone, their lips are protruding from their face. They look uncomfortable. They look like somebody beat them up and there's just no bruising. It's only swelling. And it's like, there's no way y'all getting up every day, looking in the mirror, looking at that and really thinking that you look good. You can't. You can't possibly. I've seen so many naturally beautiful women completely just botch their face. My rule of thumb, and I get it. Your body, your choice. If you want to get the work done, that's up to you. But it's like, it look bad. These boob jobs, where one boob is on the east and the other boob is on the west. You could fit a whole titty in between them titties. What is going on? That look good to you? You like that? It physically makes me uncomfortable. And I know, you don't live your life for me, but it just looks so bad. I just want us to start assessing where these opinions of ourselves and these perceptions of ourselves come from and why we feel like we need to, go for the needle, go for the knife. Because just because it's something you want to do, just because it's something you can do, doesn't necessarily mean it's something that you should do. And I'm looking at y'all on the gram and y'all look fire. Y'all look fire on the gram. And then I'm walking past you at a game, at the mall, at an event. And I have to do a double take and not in a good way because who the fuck is that? Next up, and it's kind of like in a way is piggybacking off of what I just said, clout and the desperation for fame. Some of y'all are allowing wanting to be an it girl so bad, wanting to be popular so bad, wanting to be popping online so bad, influence your decisions and influence the way you let people that you perceive to have clout, to be influential, to be able to do something for you and your status treat you. Knock that off. Do not let nobody talk to you crazy. Do not let nobody disrespect you. Do not become so desperate for something that you're willing to deal with and put up with absolutely anything to get it. Desperation is dangerous. Desperation is dangerous. When you are desperate for money, desperate for love, desperate for attention, you will do anything to get it and you will accept it from anybody. We have to do better. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, and I've seen this video, is this specific topic floats around every couple of years. I feel this may be my 3rd time on TikTok hearing this topic being discussed at large the way I have over this last few weeks, but it's the reason why Black creators aren't successful, the reason Black creators don't have the opportunities that, white creators have is because the lack of support that Black creators get from the Black community. And I think it gets to a point where y'all, once again, that desperation, you're really trying to like crack the code of success for our people and what's stopping us and what's preventing us and what can we do more of and how can we push ourselves forward. Guys, the issue is racism. The code you're trying to crack and you keep trying to crack in different ways to try to figure out a way to pivot around this system, the system you keep failing to pivot around and break through is racism. It's white privilege. That is why Black creators who have more talent in their right big toe than some of these, white creators who get online and breathe and get checked. The reason that they are not as successful as them is not because of a lack of support from the Black community. These people are heavily supported by the Black community. I just want to remind y'all, the Black community in this country is a minority. So even if every single Black person supported you, that would still be a minority. You know what I'm saying? You don't come in the quote unquote right package. And that's why it's more difficult for you. People's perception of you as a Black person is different, even when you're doing the exact same thing another person is doing. Perfect example, right? Y'all remember the whole Halle Bailey Little Mermaid debacle? Do you remember where it was like a scene or a clip or whatever from the movie came out, and it was Ursula when she was human singing in the movie, and she sounded really good, and all these white people were, I mean, in droves rushing online being like, now she sounds good, now she could have been the Little Mermaid, now this is what it's supposed to sound like, wow, that sounds amazing. And then Halle Bailey posts the clip of her in the studio singing and managed to do it in one take. Crickets. Because that's what racism will do to you. You heard Halle's voice, a voice you claim to not like, a voice you claim to not be qualified, a voice you claim to not match the Little Mermaid and the aesthetic and what it's supposed to be. You heard that voice on a white woman, and all of a sudden it was good enough. All of a sudden it was exactly what the movie needed. All of a sudden it was exactly what you were looking for, and it got your approval. It's because the issue was never the voice. The issue was never the qualifications. The issue was never even necessarily with Halle. The issue is she's Black, and that's what they had a problem with. Ding, 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 ding. That's the right answer. So I need us to stop trying to blame Black people for racism in different ways, because it's not our fault. Unfortunately, it's also not a problem that we can necessarily solve, because it's not a problem that we created. It's not a system that we uphold, which is why we're struggling right now with everything that we're struggling with. Okay, guys, that's all I got. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. And if you like this video style on YouTube, let me know in the comment section. Let me know. I'm gonna put a little clip of this on TikTok, see if I can get the girls over here. That's another thing. If you think just because you have a large following on another platform or a larger following on another platform and you can easily usher them people over to YouTube, negative. Which I knew that because I've watched YouTubers and just content creators, influencers for years. But go look at how many followers I have on TikTok. Go look at my numbers and my views and my likes on TikTok, and then come to this platform. You want to be humble? Start a YouTube channel. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Once again, like, subscribe, comment, holla.